Welcome back to another episode of the Demi Lobo podcast with the gang, with the squad. I don't even know if I want to look at wide because we got all of our cameras on full throttle. So there's cameras everywhere here.
We back. It's lights, camera, action.
It's lights, camera, action. Okay, I'm feeling so happy to be back with my absolute favorites, Javen Cannon, everybody.
Hey, that's me. What it do, everyone?
The King Cannon.
Hey, that's him again.
Where's it for you from again? North Carolina, the Big Fours.
Come on now, okay. I thought I was gonna have to get upset, but we got it together.
The Big Fours is in the building.
Somebody been looking over the script.
Okay,
all right.
Big Fours is here in the building.
Foes,
also,
them, not fours. Foes, but just
you know,
that's closer. Next episode, we're gonna get even closer than this one.
Foes.
Let's go.
Big foes. Okay, cool. Also, cannot leave out. Okay, the one, the only. Okay, only one of him.
All right.
William Bartley.
Come on now.
New York area, Brooklyn, Flatbush, 91225.
No.
That's
11225, but say that.
11225. I'm getting all y'all shit wrong.
I mean, it's
you know
okay.
what I'm saying? And then there's me. You know what I'm saying? Chicago, Southside, Wild Honeys.
Wild Honeys. The Wild Honeys.
Very wild. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, it gets crazy on the South Side. You feel me? But no, on a serious note, though, really happy to be here. So back. We took a week off and some
little
change.
hiatus. A vacation.
It was a vacation. I don't want to call it a hiatus because it was just like, it was a little bit, but we are so back in our home set. And let's get right into all of the madness because so much went down this weekend. Thanks. And we're going to get into it. So first things first, got to say rest in peace to Magoo. He passed away at the age of 50. Timbaland and Magoo growing up, you didn't see one without the other, you know? Right. And I feel like we haven't even heard much from Magoo lately. And then like just all of a sudden, you know, he passed away. So I just want to start off with a rest in peace to him.
Condolences to a legend.
Is he from New York?
Nah, he from
VA.
Okay,
cool.
Rest in peace to him.
Rest in peace to him, for sure. Someone in the room didn't watch the 50th hip hop celebration. We're not gonna say who that person is, but we're just gonna, talk about the 50th hip hop celebration.
It's a bunch of snitches in this room.
I didn't say.
I
didn't say who it was.
My bad. Sorry.
I didn't say who it was. I said
he was busy.
You said what?
He was busy.
A bunch of tattletales in this room.
I never said who it was. They didn't. I said there was somebody.
I saw it.
I saw it. I wasn't gonna put you on blast like that. I was more so just gonna be like, "Hey, let's see how this conversation goes," without one person not having to see it. But
he knows. You know, if we talk about.
Well, let's get into this hip hop conversation. Gunna and Tekashi. Let's do it.
No, we definitely don't. First, I blame Will because Will was like. He was busy. I saw it. Like he gave away.
Well, how about y'all fill me in on what happened?
I will fill you in on what happened.
Let's talk about it.
I have my little notes. It was great.
Let's talk about it.
All right, so it was in the Bronx, and again, correct me if I'm ever wrong because this is Mr. New York City now.
Come on.
So if I get any of the facts right, incorrect, let me know. It was in the Bronx in New York City.
BX
stand up. At Yankee Stadium, the iconic Yankee Stadium.
Hell yeah.
Facts. All right, so the birthplace of hip hop, of course, August 11th, 50th birthday of hip hop. So tell us about, you tell us, what was your favorite performance?
What was your favorite performance, Will? Let's talk about it.
What was your favorite part of the show?
First of all, shout out to hip hop.
Hey.
You know, I love hip hop. Shout them out. My favorite performance there was a lot of performances. Yeah. I love Weezy.
Yeah.
Weezy came out. T.I.
Lil Wayne did
Louisiana.
Yeah. You already know. Shout out to Nas. He did his thing too.
He went crazy.
I like Slick Rick.
Yeah.
Oh, word.
Slick Rick came out.
He came out twice too.
He came out twice with Dougie Fresh. You know, Snoop.
Yeah.
It was a lot, man.
It was a lot. You know who you would have liked the most?
Tell me.
Ice Cube.
Oh.
Ice Cube, Ice Cube did his
No,
thing
you would
too.
have liked Ice Cube. Because I remember me and Javen, we were working for our our previous job. We were working.
Hey, girl.
We were working our previous job. And we were at this concert or whatever. And so we were in the front row and you were rapping
Come on now.
He was rapping Ice Cube word for word. But I was like, yo, I didn't know he was like an Ice Cube fan. Like Ice Cube. You know what I really liked about hip hop's 50th celebration was that everybody came out in like what they would have worn back in the day. Like Lil Wayne had on like white tee, the big ass pants
from
for no
era.
reason. Yes, from that era.
That's
he
hard.
had on the construction Timberlands.
Right,
Whatever y'all call them in New York. The
You're
Timberlands.
giving me Carter 2 vibes. Carter 2
Yes, it
vibes. Come
felt
on.
very hard too. T.I. had on. Well, T.I. was a little bit more flea. He was super iced out. Like he felt a little bit upgraded vibe. He was
After
like 22.
he took off the military blouse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Who else? It was somebody else that I was like, yo, Lil' Kim was great. I love Lil' Kim. Lil' Kim was incredible. Lauryn Hill came out. Who she come out with? Who brought her?
Nas.
Nas brought out Lil' Kim.
No,
right?
Nas brought out Lauryn Hill.
Nas without Lauryn Hill. My bad, I'm tripping. Nas without Lauryn Hill, which was iconic, amazing. But it was a lot of people that weren't there, that weren't on there. And we got to get into that. Because we were watching, and you know who I felt should have been there. You already know.
Go ahead, say it. 1, 2, 3.
Nicki Minaj.
Cardi B wasn't there either.
Okay.
Cardi B what?
Cardi was in the building?
She wasn't there.
Okay,
She was
I
not
about to
there.
say, all
And she
right,
from the
should've
Bronx.
been.
Don't ever disrespect Nicki
Fix your
Minaj
face, don't
by
start.
following up with Cardi B.
In
Don't
her
get us into a
hometown in
beef,
the
Demi.
Bronx.
Don't get us
She
into
wasn't
a beef.
there.
Can we please
Who
be
we
nice
beefing with?
to both women?
I love Cardi B, but I
All
love
right.
Nicki Minaj
That's
more.
why I love all of them.
How much
Let's
you
just
love her?
move.
Okay. So Nicki Minaj.
Jesus.
Okay, no, I was kidding. So Nicki Minaj was not there. Jay-Z wasn't there. Kanye West wasn't there. I feel like Eminem could have been there.
Eminem could have been there.
Like, and two, you know what? I remember, I feel like it was like some West Coast, but they could have gave us a little more West Coast. Like and
who?
don't get me wrong. I'm not like fanning out for
Calm
West Coast.
down, calm
but I
down,
feel like that,
calm
right.
down.
I know, but I'm just saying like Snoop Dogg and Ice Cube was okay for West Coast, but it's like some more West Coast people that could have been.
Yeah.
Like they
Like
could have
who?
just.
E40.
YG. E40.
40.
Too Short was there.
Too short was
Short
there.
representing
But
Bay.
yeah, wait. E40 would have been perfect to represent for the West Coast. Like,
E40
and
for
Nicki.
sure.
I'm trying to figure out too, like, why Nicki Minaj.
Who did they have representing the females rap?
So it was 3 people. Well, actually, it was a few. It was Trina came out, Remy
Legend.
Ma, and then Lil Kim. They came out like together,
Hard.
and then so random.
Yeah,
Snoop
Scarlett.
Dogg brought out Scarlett,
Yeah.
and then he
Scarlett.
brought out Lola Brooke.
Lola Brooke.
okay,
and somebody
new
else,
generation,
right?
new
Yeah, they had
generation.
Yeah.
In New York.
Yo, they should have had Salt and Pepper.
Salt and Pepper was that's what I'm saying. Like there were so many.
No,
like,
MC Light.
No.
MC Light.
No Queen Latifah.
No Queen Latifah.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. It was so many people. Like they did good, but it was so many people that were missing. Like Queen Latifah.
But it was
like
an
how do
8-hour
we do
show,
50 years? You said what?
It was an 8-hour show though.
Yeah, but Queen Latifah
That's
should have
true.
been
That's
there.
fact. That's
and
fact.
MC Light.
That's facts.
Like you had Dougie Fresh, but no MC Light. Like I feel like, and Dougie Fresh, shout out him. Like he literally was
shout 'em out.
Right.
for like
Yeah.
10 minutes.
No.
Yeah, he does this.
Yeah.
And
Real
I'm
hip-hop.
like, yo, like that's a lot of fucking
Spit.
stomach.
Oh.
That too. I mean, because whoever goes on this mic
diaphragm.
next, I'm
Right.
sorry. Like, I just
Blessed
get
it.
But like he really went crazy. But I feel like there were so many people that were missing from this, and I don't know. Like why wasn't like somebody like even like Jay-Z? You know, they
Oh,
played a
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z song, but they didn't really. He wasn't
Listen,
there.
listen, we don't got the budget for
Jay-Z
Jay-Z.
too
We
big. I
don't
was
got the
about to say
budget
he
for
too
all of these
big,
people.
pause.
You want Nicki there.
Pause.
We got Wayne. We got come
Right.
on. You want Drake there too. What more do you
I
want?
feel like
Yeah.
But for
Drake would've been
hip hop 50th birthday, I do understand.
That's what I'm
like,
saying,
That's
like-
where everybody
For 50
comes
years,
out.
yeah.
you
they
feel me?
okay. Now again, they probably could. You know who I say should have been there? Let me know how you feel.
Who?
Ice
Yeah.
Spice.
Hey, they
I
brought
would've liked it.
they brought everybody from
I
the Bronx.
hate Ice.
Not
Hey
upset.
Miss Spice.
I'm
My
not
son French
upset.
How
Montana
you
was in
doing?
there too, man.
You
Tight.
be capping for French Montana. Like
Yeah, I don't
I
know
love
about
French.
listen.
no,
we
But
not going.
If we gonna talk about Young Money, we gonna really talk about
Don't-
Young Money.
don't.
I'm
Lil
about to go
Chucky
there.
should have been in that thing.
Tiger should have been
Mac
there.
Main.
Tiger?
No, Tiger.
Why?
Tiger.
Tiger
I
is
mean,
hip-hop.
like, yes, he is. But like,
I
out of all
love
people-
Tiger. I love Tiger's music. Like as a DJ, I feel like he makes club hits. Like every Tiger song is gonna slap every single time.
He got heat.
He got heat.
I mean, yeah, but that's just
But
like
they
out
saying-
of 50-year hip hop, I'm not bringing.
that's like saying,
Tiger.
you know who was missing?
Right.
Sway Lee. We
Right.
should have had Sway Lee up
Right.
in
Why
there.
not?
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I ain't got no type. Like,
You know
it's
what?
like, you know what I'm
They
saying?
didn't bring out Soldier Boy.
That's what I'm saying.
Nah, that's a
You
different
can't
story.
talk
You
about
get what
hip
I'm
hop
saying? Like,
without
okay.
Soldier
Without
Boy.
Big Soldier.
I'm saying
Yeah.
Ice Spice. Like I think Scarlett is great, right?
Scarlett?
Yeah,
Scarlett.
Scarlett.
She's from New York.
Yeah,
Is it not Scarlett?
Yeah, Scarlett.
I said Scarlett.
You're saying Scarlett.
What'd you say?
I
Oh,
said
nah,
Scarlett.
Scarlett.
It's Scarlett.
Yeah.
Hey,
Because she
Scarlett.
got, hey, girl.
Hey,
she
girl.
good people, too. She cool as hell.
Scarlett.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anywho. Right.
Scarlett. I thought it was Scarlett this whole time.
No.
I thought her name was
She
Scarlett.
lit though.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Scarlett.
And so is that Scar. Her
lit.
Scarlett, too.
Because you told me about that. It's a scar in her lip.
Right.
Ah,
Boom,
got
you
it.
see how I go
Okay.
together? Got
But
you. I got
Ice
you, Dem.
Spice, whatever, whatever. But I feel like Soldier Boy should have been there.
Facts.
Soldier
Y'all
Boy should have been up in that hole.
Soldier Boy should have been in there. Queen Latifah should have been in there.
Right.
I like Salt and Pepper should have been in there.
Right.
And it's a couple of others. And like I feel like if you're gonna give us Lil Wayne, y'all could have gave us a couple. Birdman.
They had
you know what I
Roxanne
mean?
Shante though.
I mean,
there.
once Birdman Junior is there, Birdman there. You feel
Yeah,
me?
but
Birdman
Yeah.
Junior
that's
there.
one thing. Hip Hop 50 celebration, y'all did a great job. Shout out y'all. But I
Hold
feel
on,
like
wait. I got a question. Since we're talking about hip hop, we're talking about 50 years. Real quick, I might derail things a little bit, but you know I do it.
Love it. I love to be derailed. Pause.
All right. Great moment of silence. So, question: 50 years of hip hop. out of your years of hip hop, what's your favorite moment, favorite hip hop moment you've been a part of?
That I've been a part of?
That you've been a part of. You don't have to have been in the crowd or nothing like that, but that you was alive to see.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I'm saying
I
your
love
favorite
it.
hip hop moment you was alive to see.
Can I shout out other radio stations?
I mean, do what you do.
Shout
Your
out to
favorite hip hop moment.
Hot
Are they in LA?
Nah, it's in New
Okay,
York.
cool.
Come
Oh,
on
yeah,
now.
absolutely.
Shout out to Hot 97. But Power 105, Ray J moment. When he called the radio station live. I'll never forget, I was going to school, and me and my brother, we was listening to the radio.
Right.
And we don't listen to 105. But one day we turned on to 105, and Breakfast Club was on. And like from start to finish, Ray J called, "Hey, are we live?
Are we live?
Hey, Envy, are we live?
Charlamagne, are we
live?
live?"
I ain't gonna curse, but just
crazy.
go crazy. That was like one of the classic moments.
Oh, no, that's a fact.
Yeah, it's
Definitely
classic.
I feel like you got a lot. What's another one?
Ooh, you gotta come back to me on that one. I gotta think.
I
Jamie,
know
do you have
mine.
yours?
I think off the top of
'Cause
my
I can't
head,
think right now. I'm
my
trying to think.
favorite one that I've been a part of, start to finish.
Oh, I know it.
What you think? What you think?
No, I know what mine is.
Oh, okay.
People, go ahead.
Mine has to be that Drake back-to-back moment.
Oh,
When
that was good.
because it's more than just the back-to-back. He started with the Charged Up.
Yeah.
Before that, it
Yes.
came out of nowhere with
Yeah.
Meek Mill. I don't know why y'all comparing me to whack rappers like Drake. He don't even write his own bar. Like the whole world was like, what the fuck is Meek talking about? Then comes Charged Up. Then 4 days back-to-back. And the
Yeah.
whole internet blew
Crazy.
up. I mean, when I tell you every radio station that I was flipping through was playing back-to-back at some point, then having to go back to school and like deal with the aftermath of, you know what I'm saying, all of my college friends doing it, looking at all of my Philly friends going, are you okay?
That was good.
How are y'all? Are y'all okay in Philly?
That's
Just
good.
because my Drake sacrificed that man. Like that was probably one of all of the Twitter stuff, the Twitter thing.
Yeah.
Twitter was nuts. It was just so
That was
much.
a good moment.
It was so many pieces that kind of went along with that. I think that's one of my favorite things of hip hop, like just pure beef
Right.
that I was
Okay.
able to see in my 27 years.
I can't top that.
You don't think, you got something? Give me
Come on
something.
now.
When the Pink Print came out, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
When Nicki recreated the Lil' Kim cover.
That was a good moment. I can't think,
Facts.
y'all. My brain is
Nicki and
I know
Lil'
something,
Kim
Nicki.
beef.
Yeah, ooh.
Nicki and Lil' Kim's beef, Nicki and
When they
Cardi
started-
B's beef.
I mean-
oh shit, fucking Rihanna and Sierra, all that shit online. I'm a big Twitter
Hold
person.
on,
Oh, you
Rihanna
like
and
the
Sierra.
beef. You
Oh, I
like
love
Yeah.
beef. I love.
So what's your favorite beef of all time then?
Ooh, okay. Since we here,
One of
50
my
years
favorite
of
music
hip hop.
probably that I'm still upset about to this day, which I've told you guys, is Pusha T and Drake. I'm
Okay.
still upset about that one. Like till this moment, this very moment, I'm still very much so upset about that one. I
Okay.
put for like Pusha T. I didn't like that what he did to my man. You know, not my man, my
With your
man's, my man's.
What ass? What ass?
Because I have it. Look, as my man sits here, my
saying.
man's, as they say in New York. Another beef, Taylor Swift and Kanye West. That was a good one.
that's
We
hilarious.
actually watched
Ooh,
that
that
the
was a
other
good
day.
moment.
That was a good moment. We actually
That
watched
was
it
a
on.
wow
We
moment.
watched
That
it
was
the
a
other
good
day.
moment.
Taylor Swift actually has a full documentary
About this moment.
about what happened, and that was just another one. Now it's coming to me. Look, because somebody asked me what was my who do I say they say I look like, and people say I look like Lil Mama. Lil Mama come on stage
Oh, that's a
with
classic.
Jay-Z and Alicia
Yeah.
Keys. That's a
That's
classic
crazy.
moment.
We felt that.
That's crazy.
Now that I'm thinking, like it's some good stuff coming, but that was a good moment though. Like that is my era of like hip hop greatness. Like everybody was talking about that.
Yeah.
We all had all the takes on it. Like that was some good shit right there. So
All
that
right.
that might be my favorite.
All right, last one just started a little controversy.
Yeah.
50 years. Out of the years of hip hop you've been alive, what was the worst era of hip hop?
Oh, that's easy.
The worst one?
That's easy. The
easy.
worst era right now is,
Not right now, but
I
it's
know what
ever.
you're gonna say.
I would say that the years between like, I want to say like 2010,
Okay.
like 2013, that era, it's like all the little bubblegum music going out. You know what I'm talking about?
I think that's right before our current goals. That's right before the Drakes and the Kendricks and the
Yeah, it
Coles
was like
really
that little
blow
era.
up and take their, you know what I'm saying? They coming up around that time.
Yeah, to me, shout out to them though, but I didn't. It's not for me. It was like, I don't know. It was just like a little bubblegum, pop music, rap. I don't know.
See, that's my
I ain't
favorite. Like, cause I love pop music. I love like the merge of like pop and hip hop. Like, cause I was, you know, as a pop artist, y'all know I was a pop artist before.
Yeah.
Neutron.
You know, Demi Neutron.
Stop
Like,
playing.
come on, don't play with her.
Stop playing.
Do not play with her. Google her. Period. Okay. And so, like, I love that's why I think I love Nicki Minaj so much, because she served both of my purposes of loving hip hop and pop. But anyway, that's my favorite era.
So what's your worst?
My worst, I don't know. Like, you know what? I wasn't really a fan of like all the Atlanta music that era of like, yeah, like that wasn't my, that super like, you know, I don't know, that Atlanta, that vibe where everything was just like that.
You went with the snap music.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
You weren't getting crunk?
I mean, I was, but like, I don't know. That just wasn't my favorite type of music.
Lil Jon and the East Side Boy.
I mean, I had songs that I liked.
Boy.
We also have to remember, like, you guys were children. I was an adult at the time.
How did we just get insulted like that?
I'm just saying, you guys are children. You guys are
That's
kids at the time.
Crazy.
Okay, I was probably in college trying to be an adult, and you guys were what, high school, grammar school? I don't know. You know.
That's wild.
Yeah.
You got about one more time to disrespect me, then.
No,
you got about one more time to disrespect me.
Now we kids.
Yeah, y'all kids. Y'all are children. No, but seriously, I think it was the Atlanta era. What about yours?
My least favorite?
I'm
not gonna lie. I think my least favorite area of hip hop is the one that we're currently
right now.
That's number 2 for me.
I'm not a fan of all of the singing, like emo, sad rapping. I'm not a fan of hits don't even exist anymore. Like music isn't being crafted, and you know what I'm saying, people aren't taking their time anymore. Things just come so fast and go so fast. It's like people are literally just making sounds.
Somebody was like, put on Twitter and was like, I think I forgot if it was Ski or if it was it was like the song of the summer. And I'm like, don't get me wrong, I love Sexy Red. Okay, I love her. But like, we're not gonna put her above like all the great music that came out and make that song the song of the summer. Like
it's really starting.
But if anything, Pound Town was the song of the summer because and Pound Town 2 with Nicki Minaj. Okay, that might have been the song of the summer. Was it not?
We started to have a Nicki Minaj count on this show just to see how many times you say Nicki a show.
Okay, just count it, but not restrict me.
I don't want to restrict count.
Okay, I thought you were gonna restrict me because
that's a simple count.
I'm always gonna represent for the barbs.
I think right now we at 7.
At 7, but what would you say was the song of the summer if there was one?
It's definitely not a hip hop song.
It's Taliban.
Taliban.
That's on Taliban.
Definitely not a hip hop song.
Do you know what song I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly.
Yeah. When did we start listening to? Where were we at?
Well, Jamaica.
Shout them out. Shout them out.
Well, we was turning up to it in Jamaica.
It was a song. It was the song of Jamaica. Like me and Will was at the bar, and we were like, we had this one like Afrobeat song. We were just like, what's that one song that goes? That we were just like singing it, and then after that, everybody the whole trip was like. Let me turn it up. Shout out him. We probably gave him a lot of fucking spins that weekend.
Yeah,
for sure. Okay, cool. All right, so we got to get back into the seriousness that's going on. Did you have any more questions? Because you came the rapid fire questions.
I'm just curious. You're talking about hip hop 50 years.
You know what I was gonna say?
Shout out to hip hop.
Because this is dumb me. A moment that I was gonna say because you made me think of radio. This is not hip hop. Okay. This is R&B. This man is locked away in jail. But it was a moment in my life. It was a moment in my radio life. Like that was like.
No, you're not about to say that.
I'm gonna say it.
When it was circulating?
I shouldn't say it.
Wait,
what am I gonna say?
Well, all of the barbershops was lit and we was all talking about the same thing. We was talking about the name that cannot be said anymore. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Baltimore.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. We're not gonna say his name, but you made me think about it when we talked about Ray J. So when I was going to high school Lord. I don't know where you guys were children, okay?
100 years ago.
Okay, I was in high school, and I remember going into school every single day during a moment in time. There was a certain R&B artist, again, he's in jail.
Man.
So, we're not going to mention him.
One of the greatest, though.
One of the greatest.
One of the greatest R&B. One of the greatest R&B artists of all time. Is in prison right now, but he's the greatest. Let's go.
That is a fact.
Let's go.
What's the fact that he's what?
He's the greatest R&B artist.
The greatest or one of the greatest?
Off the top of my head, he's one of the greatest.
Nah, you can just say the.
To me, he's the greatest, but we could argue that.
Is he the world's greatest? But
shout him out. Come on.
You did,
shout him out. Come on.
All right.
I believe he can fly.
I believe he can fly.
Yeah. But he locked up.
Yeah.
Locked in the closet.
He's locked up. Right. So that was my moment in time. Right. And I was like, that's not hip hop, that's R&B. But that was like one of my most vivid, like, childhood, going to school, radio moments, because like, I'm sure that it was on the radio in y'all cities, because I think they were playing in y'all's. But just imagine being from Chicago and going to school in Chicago, him being from Chicago. He was we didn't look at him the way that we look at him now back in the day. Like, he was iconic, right? And just imagine going into the radio, they stopping all commercials, nothing, just so that we can listen to part 1 through 30 of this trilogy, not even a trilogy. What is it?
Oh yeah, like the whole series.
A 30 G.
I don't even know what to call it.
Yeah.
It was a moment. So but that was my moment. I was like, it's not hip hop, it's R&B, but I still want to bring it to you guys. But shout out him. Not shout out.
Shout out to his music.
Okay,
not
shout
him,
out to his music.
But shout out to
it's so
his
hard.
music.
Because
David,
David, I know
pause.
it's not hard.
Pause.
David don't want me to get canceled. He's trying to help me. He's looking at me like, are you sure you want to shout out? Because we're not shouting out him.
We shout out his music.
I'm shouting out a moment in time
His
that
art.
I had.
We will forever remember the music.
Facts.
And God bless and protect the victims.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Let's do that.
That's a
Wait,
fact.
but that's what I was trying to say.
Right.
And David, I was thinking it. Here you say,
I got you, gang.
protect the victims. Shout
God
out
bless
them.
them. God bless them all.
That was a moment.
Heal
in my
them.
head. Okay, heal them. Heal him. All right. So really quickly though, this actually broke this week. So do you guys remember the movie Blindside?
Yes.
Yes.
Is it Blindsided?
The blind
The
side.
The
Blind
Blind
Side.
Side.
Blind
So
Side.
what's the lady's
Sandra
name?
Bullock.
Sandra Bullock. Thank you. Sandra Bullock played the mom of Michael O'Hare. Or my mom was like O'Hare.
That's the airport in Chicago.
Right.
But my mom said O'Hare. That makes sense why she would say that.
Right.
She was telling me the story all day, and she was like, Michael O'Hare, or whatever. Anyway, Michael Orr.
Right.
Or I like that. So Michael Orr. So in the movie, it was this beautiful story. It was a beautiful movie. I'm a movie lover. I saw the movie maybe twice. I can't remember the details of what happened. Sophie was reminding me earlier. So pretty much, he thought that. So Michael Orr is black, and Sandra Bullock's character, the mom, I forgot what she is. The family is white.
Right.
It's a mother, a father, and 2 kids.
Right.
So he thought that he was adopted by this family, and so in the movie, they make him seem like he knew nothing about football. He was just like this, new to football, just not new to football, but just didn't understand the game or whatever. They helped him. Yeah, they taught him everything.
Right.
So Michael Orr, the real Michael Orr, after the movie came out, he was like, I was misrepresented in this movie. I knew way more about football than they made me seem like I knew. After the movie aired, the whole family all got $225,000 apiece. So the mom got $225K, the dad got $225K, the 2 kids got $225K. Michael Orr got nothing after being, not even portrayed. Thank you, in this movie. He thought he was adopted. But there's no paperwork to prove that he was ever adopted. He was in a conservatorship, pretty much so that they could make money off of him. Yeah, but
while he's in the house,
while he was living there, yeah.
Yeah, it's still not doing. It's not
doing anything for you.
Here's why.
Mm-hmm.
He's a black man.
Yes, he's a black man. Yes, he's a black man.
Family.
It is a white family. It did make me change my meter just like 0.5%, but other than that, it's not too much. Here's why. So when we start talking about all of the money that went along to their story, because it is collectively their story, regardless of whether he was adopted or blah 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 blah. This is a story that's me working in Hollywood a little bit. I kind of understand. They're gonna embellish. So everything not being factually 100% true. I actually knew 17 plays rather than no plays. It's like, I don't really care about the particulars of that. Mm-hmm. However, it came down to the splits. Like, that's a business. That's representation with representation. That's lawyer talk. That's coming to an agreement, figuring out a way for this to make sense. I can also think, let's say, hypothetically, we all had a shared experience and you two go off and get married, live happily ever after. The Demi Lobo podcast is an experience that we share together. Mm-hmm. If y'all go off and write a book about the Demi Lobo podcast, yes, I was a part of that story. Maybe I feel like this podcast wouldn't happen without me, whatever I could possibly feel. Mm-hmm. That's still y'all story.
Account.
It's y'all account too. So y'all can go off and make money. And if y'all find a producer to sell that story that I was a part of too, do you owe me money?
I think it's...
Maybe.
I love this. You are a genius. You are a freaking genius.
Say it again.
Because you are a freaking genius. That's a beautiful... way
to look at it.
Way to look at it. But I think the difference with here, which I don't know if you're going to say, is if y'all went and write a book about the Demi Lobo podcast. Because the story was based on on the adoption of Michael Orr, right?
Why?
But that's what Blindsided was about.
No, yes. I'm bad.
No, you good. No, I'm saying, so basically you're saying is, it's my truth and it's their truth. That's what you're saying?
I'm saying it's all of our truth. So
that's what I'm saying. It's
I go
everybody
tell my
has
portion
a truth,
of it. Like, you got, so if
you told your story of the Demi Lobo podcast, yes, you owe me bread.
Why? Because it's the Demi Lobo podcast?
Yes.
Why?
Because you're talking about this experience that I was a part of.
So if you talk about your high school, if you talk about high school experience, do you have to donate money to your high school? Talk about your college.
But if I talk about a certain person, if it's on, okay, say I do a movie about a certain person I went to college with, right? Say I do a movie about the person that the girl
without consent.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think without consent, you owe them bread.
Yeah, if you do a movie about the Demi Lobo podcast. And you do it on your own. You and Sophie gonna do a movie because we have this crazy experience similar to what's going on with the Lizzo people, right?
Ooh, I'm on your ass. Keep going.
Right?
Keep
so
going.
say you and Sophie, our producer, right? Y'all say, you know what? We had this crazy experience. Demi was awful. I want to do this movie about my experience, but you're talking about something that I was there as well. Yes, you owe me. You owe Will. You owe Joel.
You ready?
You owe the studio. Everybody gets a portion of that.
I'm about to do it. This your girl, but you know who Corinne Steffens is?
Yeah.
Cat Stacks.
Yeah.
I'm not Cat Stacks.
Superhead.
Superhead. She had a whole bunch of experience with a whole bunch of rappers. Wrote a whole bunch of books.
Yeah.
Made a whole bunch of money. Do you think she gave any of these rappers a percentage of money to tell?
I feel like somebody probably hit her up to say like, yo, if you're telling an experience that I was included in.
How?
Because you could be lying.
So?
Not so. Like, you need to be accurate. If you're going to tell a story, then the story needs to be accurate.
If I'm lying, then you sue me for defamation. And if you can't do that, then...
Well, I think that's what he's doing in this case.
You have to prove that I'm lying. And you have to prove that I'm defaming you, and you have to prove that I cost you money. So if I said I think Demi head big, and that's when I tell her my story, you can't sue me for that.
So I guess that was the classic argument or conversation we had about it's an opinion type.
About what? What were we talking about?
The whole people suing each other because if we're on a podcast.
Okay.
And
who brought that up? What do we? I know what it was.
The whole Meg thing or whatever.
Megan Thee Stallion.
So
yeah.
like what he's saying, like if I say an opinion, now you're gonna sue me.
But I don't think it's opinion. It's my experience. This is the Demi Lobo podcast, and I'm here part of it. If I leave and I go to whatever and I start telling my story, it's a resume. Like, you don't have to pay your old job to talk about your work experience and your past work. Like, no, you don't owe them anything. Like,
they can sue you.
For what?
No, I'm saying they can. Anybody can sue you. But,
I mean, anybody can sue you, but what is there?
Are they gonna win?
You know what I'm saying? Do I owe you something to start just because we all shared in this and I made money off of it? You have the exact same right to go tell your version of the story, to go sell your book, to go sell your movie, to go sell whatever and correct the story if you want. And
why not give the story correctly the first time? Is what I'm saying. Like if
because that's not how Hollywood works.
But the Tuhui, I forgot what the name of the family.
Need to sprinkle that.
But whatever the white family is, that was.
I like The Blind Side. It was a good movie.
It was a great movie. It was a great movie. But now I feel differently about it if the story was incorrect. If like he knew more about football than they actually put on it, they made him seem like this dumb black man that knew nothing about football. Like they made it seem like we took you into this house and made you who you are. When if he's coming back and saying, actually, I did know more about football. I was misrepresented in this movie.
That's the trivial part.
And it made me seem like I was a dumb black man on camera.
Why is this now just
Well, he just found out about it in February of this year. He just now
found out what?
That he was not ever adopted. He was in a conservatorship.
And
you guys know a conservatorship is like what Britney Spears and Amanda what's the
Bynes?
Bynes, yeah. Is her name Bynes?
From
Amanda, please.
Amanda Bynes.
Amanda Bynes, yeah. Amanda, but they were in conservatorships. Pretty much like their family has control of everything. Their family gets the money.
Up until what point? That would be important for me to know. As a minor, he was in a conservatorship up until he was 18, and he gets drafted. And he goes on to be a grown man. And
yes. So all this started when he was 18. He's just now finding out that he never was adopted by this family, and that
that's. You know what I'm saying? The devil in the details, getting lost in the the triviality of the story. But my thing is,
don't go and tell my story if you can tell it incorrectly.
My question is did you have this when they were telling your story? Was he at the premiere? If I see one picture of him at the premiere, like,
that's why I asked, like you didn't see the movie?
Yeah.
I'd have been said like, nah, this is Cat.
This is Cat,
right?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like,
well, because I mean, Whitney Houston's team, they could say that about every movie that came out about her. Like, I'm sure. They have said like all these. You know, a lot of people come out and be like, yo, this biopic is not done by my family, and you're telling my story incorrectly. So I do see what you're saying. I still feel like if you're gonna do the Demi Lobo podcast movie biopic, let's get my shit right. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you tell the whole story. Like, I want to talk about our former job. Like, let me get a chance to air out all my shit.
No, I feel you.
Let me talk my shit, pop my shit.
I 100% agree. But if I was to tell the Demi Lobo podcast and all you got to say is, my booty was bigger than that, and my hair was longer than that. And in actuality, I didn't wear red that much. Right. It's like, God, this is
that's not accurate. I'm gonna come back.
But then you gonna see me in the shade
room. Yeah, you gonna see me in the shade room. Like, actually, Javen and Sophie had some details wrong. Okay, right. Because I never said that Cardi B was.
But you're not gonna wait 18 years though.
It wasn't 18 years, is it?
I mean,
it was a long time.
It's been a long time. It's been
that was not 12. Long minutes right
you know
now.
What I'm saying?
I was in middle school when The Blind Side came out.
Yeah. So yeah. Oh yeah. So then that's definitely.
I mean, he's 37. Yeah.
He's 37.
Yeah, he's 37 right now, and this all happened when he was 18.
So yeah.
But would the conservatorship change anything for you? If this is your situation, would you look at that family different?
Yes, I don't want to see I don't want to see a white family having a conservatorship over a black man and taking
not a black man. I'm talking about you. When I'm imagining, I could be wrong. I could have the details wrong in this story. But I'm imagining that this kid, for whatever reason, whether it wasn't the most hardship, but it was some hardship, or whatever the case may be, there was a reason that you needed to come with this family. Whether it be your family not in the best of circumstances, whether it be your family believed that going with this white family would be better, more beneficial for you. Whatever the case may be, they took you in, they helped you, they gave you something. Now, if he was saying these people actually abused me, these people were actually horrible to me, so on and so forth, that's a different thing. But if it's just a matter of they had it wasn't the paperwork, technicalities.
So, Orr said that he made no money off the film. Oh. He said he does not recall signing the agreement for the rights to his life story. The document has a signature that appears to be his, but nobody ever presented this document to him with any explanation. He accuses the Tuohys, I believe their last name, of a breach of their fiduciary.
Oh, it's a good word.
FIDUCIARY. Look it up. Duty as conservators. So pretty much what happens is the family that he was living with negotiated a deal with 20th Century Fox that left him without any payment from the rights of his name, likeness, and life story, while they received the contract price of $225K, like I said, in addition to the 2.5% of the film's net proceeds. The film has grossed over now this is why he's mad. The film has grossed over $300 million. Damn. I would be tight. Also, he says that a $200,000 donation was made to, and also a $200,000 donation was made to Leanne, their family's charitable donation. So your charitable donation, it's all based off of my life story, because The Blind Side was about my life story. So y'all got a charitable donation, 2.5% of the movie's proceeds. Imagine everybody in the family. Y'all not even my family members. I'm not, and I thought I was adopted, so I thought that y'all were my family. Y'all not even my family for real, because we're not even adopted. And y'all got $225K, and I got nothing.
So why now?
But why not now?
No, but I'm saying like,
because if I want to sue some people from some shit that happened 10 years ago,
I'm on his side. I'm just saying, why not? Like, this movie came out when? 2004?
I'm on his side if the movie was accurate and he isn't the brightest of fellows. I'm trying to say this in the most politically correct way I can, because if Demi, could I present you with a movie contract that has your signature on it? It appears, but then your response is, "I don't recall signing that."
Okay,
it would be flat out. I didn't sign that shit. They're playing with me.
Here we go.
I didn't sign that. The "I don't recall" makes it sound like they finagled him and they was able to do some things.
I got you. Here it is right here. So he says the summer before his senior year, after he became a legal adult, so 18. In July 2004, the family, I believe it's the Tuohys. I don't know if I'm getting it right, but I think it's the Tuohys. They offered him a place to live with their family in their home.
After he was
18. Okay. The couple said they said, just like what we said about Kyrie Irving, they said, I will in the future, I will legally adopt you. And
at 8, he was already 18?
Yes. And he says he believed them, right? So he learned in February of this year that the documents that he was asked to sign back in the day, under the belief that it was a part of the adoption process, were actually conservatorship papers that would strip away his legal rights. So I think at 18, now I believe what you're saying too, is that maybe there was some part of him not fully developed and understanding.
So he didn't read the contract.
He probably
did.
But
what is okay? Now I'm understanding the conservatorship thing is a little different. So he was 18,
right?
they no longer had legal rights over him. So they forced him to sign a conservatorship that continued to give them legal rights over him, even though he was an adult.
Again, you're a fucking genius. It's right here. The Tui family told him because he was no longer a minor, the adoption paperwork was titled a conservatorship. And so, yes, that was their way of still getting the bread.
So
now that we break it down, now it's making sense.
Fuck these people.
Exactly.
Are y'all crazy?
It's crazy as hell. Crazy as hell. Crazy as hell.
Wow.
So, because that's why you gotta, the details is
That's
in,
what I'm saying.
I got
questions.
you. Don't even worry. Questions are gonna answer everything. So this was all their plan to continue getting bread because he was already 18, like y'all said. Like, Will, you just said, I didn't know you could do that. Exactly. You can't. Once after you're 18, you can't be, you're not adopted no more. You're out the system when you're 18.
So, okay, see, now, we are on your ass. You better be lucky we're not sitting in folding chairs. Otherwise, you would come through this goddamn screen. Now, what I need to know is, Demi, while you over there with your laptop.
I got you.
2004 is when he signed his paper. When did The Blind Side come out?
Like 05, right?
Go ahead and do some Googles for that because oh my God, I'm upset.
I'm telling you.
I am getting upset.
That's why I was like, I was surprised y'all weren't 2009. It came out 2009.
So this was a long stint. They knew that they were going to do this 5 years. That means people was coming to them saying, hey, this little African American boy, y'all faked adopted. He has a lot of potential. He going to get 18 and y'all not going to have no rights over him anymore. Y'all should figure it out. They got a movie deal signed and like ownership over the rest of his life.
The rest
all of the money. Like he went on to play in the NFL and they was controlling his money too, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah, let's go find the tours and let's go.
Listen, I'm telling you,
up on
when I was
Aquaman.
reading it, because this was like a big story. Right, he's so dumb. You so dumb. You're so dumb. Wait, we gotta talk about that before we wrap up.
Yo, hold up. Didn't it take place in Alabama?
Yes.
Oh, we on y'all ass tours.
Yeah.
Hey, zoom in on me right now. Hey, look at this. You see this?
It's on now. It's on now.
That's y'all one more time.
That's correct. That's the bat signal. That's the bat signal.
On the way.
It's still really interesting that you don't have hair. It's so crazy. Right. But let me triple check Alabama real quick.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
Yep, it is. So that shit was crazy, and I was like, for this black family to take advantage of this young black boy and say, you know what? Say maybe he wasn't fully. That's even more fucked up for you to take advantage of him. But that's also too why, going back to Britney Spears real quick, like she also wanted to be free of the conservatorship on her family. Like when you can like form words and like you want to make decisions for your life, you want to get out of that shit. Nobody want to be in a fucking conservatorship at 20 years old. Like I'm grown as hell.
Yeah, no, that's insane. That's definitely insane. When you was first talking about it, I didn't know what was going on. I thought he was just, you know what I'm saying? This is insane. Y'all, let's go ride on them people. Alabama, let's do what we do.
Right.
I gotta make sure. LSU, Alabama, yeah. But he was born in Memphis, Tennessee.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean that they weren't.
Just move. That's all. That ain't too far.
It's right there.
The jump.
Yeah,
it's all down south.
Okay, cool. But really quick, we gotta talk about just before we wrap is the Alabama because we missed it. We weren't live. We wasn't live.
Are we live?
We wasn't live. Just really quick takes on just the shit, just in general. Just like, what were your thoughts? How many times did you watch the fucking video?
I saw mad angles, yo. Mad angles. The angle from the boat, the angle from the on the balcony, the angle from the water. I found
every angle. I haven't done this much research since I graduated from Harden. My God. I scoured the web for any video I could find that looked like it. I watched it at least 7 million times.
You swimming in full gear?
Yes.
To beat somebody?
Breaking all type of stereotypes, hopping out the water, taking off the shit. That was a country ass whooping.
Yo. You know what? The only thing I feel like is the dude that with the chair, right? The infamous folding chair.
Yes, sir.
I feel like everything made sense until he hit the woman. I feel like he would have been okay if he was just hitting the guy with the folding chair. But once he hit the woman,
everybody's a threat though.
Huh?
Everybody was a threat.
He saw red.
I'm not seeing woman, man. Nah, you in front of me, you a threat.
Yeah,
that's it.
Eliminate target.
Right.
I too like that the women were taking on the women. Like they were pulling the women off. Like we gonna handle you. The guys handle the guys. The women handle the women.
It's almost like they did it before. Yeah. Everybody was saying, I'm going left.
It was
structured.
Right. I like too how you threw the hat up. and how he threw the hat up, and then it was like, oh, it's on. Like he was like, I don't know why did he throw that hat up like that. I've never seen that before. He was like, he paused. It was like, I'm not about to fuck my hat up for you niggas. This shit is new. I just got this shit from fucking lids. You ain't about to fuck my hat up.
See, I think that came from it. He didn't even know what he was doing in that moment. That came from like ancestral spirit. Something was
all natural.
Watch it happen. And then he didn't even know. All of a sudden, niggas started coming out of everywhere like Ninja Turtles. Like, oh my God.
I mean, I think my favorite part is the dude traveling, swimming across the water. That was my favorite part. Like, that was great. And so, did you guys see the reenactment of it? Like, so it was some people that like portrayed it. You saw it, like the reenactment.
Oh yeah.
Some people
like Civil War reenactments.
No, not Civil War. They were like acting it out by a pool.
That's what I'm saying.
And did you see the guy that the guy that they showed that was swimming? All they did was like show him like wringing out his shirt the whole time. It was just like so funny. I'm like, black people, I love us.
Now the question is,
chat tutorials and everything.
The question is, who would you be in the fight?
Probably one of the ones recording.
Okay, see that? I respect it. Everybody want to act like, I would have been throwing them things.
I would have been recording.
Swimming. We need, every role is important.
I was going live.
We need documentation.
I wasn't swimming.
On Instagram Live.
I wasn't swimming, but I was
I'm not
definitely
swimming.
been.
I don't know how to swim.
Which one were you?
I'd have definitely been the one of the second dudes in. That he like they was jumping him.
Yeah,
I'd have ran down.
I feel like that'd been you coming around.
Yeah, I was coming around. No, we're not doing this right now.
Which one were you, David?
I think I would have been a part of the second wave. You feel me? I would have been a part of the second wave of Negroes because the first wave was everybody, all of the niggas that was around.
Just like
that boat docked. Yeah, and I would have been working there, to be honest. I would have been one of the workers. I would have just been down there in my summer job. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to get it going in my blue shirt. I just want to make some extra money. See a couple baddies on the boat. And now niggas want to get active. Niggas want to get active. Now I'm outside.
David said, I think I would have been a part of the second wave.
Second wave for sure. Probably a worker, an employee. I'm about my money. You feel me? If I'm there, I'm about my money.
I'm getting my paper. I would have definitely been the one like, oh shit. Right. I would have been the one like getting the angles. Like y'all would have been resharing my video. Come on now. For sure. I'd have been the one going live. Reporter. I'd have been answering comments in the chat like, yo, we out here. It's just crazy. Shit's going crazy right now.
Send reinforcement.
No, it was not their fault. They started it.
Exactly.
Clearing all of the details.
I'd have been the one on the news report afterward, like, here's Demi, a standby, what's it called?
Now over to Demi. Exactly. More on what's happening.
Yo, shit was crazy. We was just trying to, enjoy our little boat day, our little beach day, and then all of a sudden, Buddy threw his hat up in the air. They start hitting him. Everybody started coming out. I didn't give a whole.
And if you ain't safe at Bella Noche's, then where can you go?
All right, this was so much fun. You guys are literally everything. We've sadly run out of time. One day we're gonna have like time for like 2 hours,
Come
but
on, now.
not yet. We're working our way up there. Please
hit that like button. Yeah, do it then.
Hit the like, hit the subscribe, follow our team, Demi Lobo Pod on IG, The King Cannon on IG, Sir_Win_I_am.
Say that.
So many underscores. Don't know why. Make sure you follow me as well, Demi Lobo. Follow, like I said, follow, like, subscribe, all that stuff. We back. We active every single Wednesday. The episodes are coming out. No breaks. All gas, no breaks. All right. And we'll see you guys next episode.
Peace.